What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name's Greg. For today's video, we're talking about there's a brand new company and they will give you cash if you get into an accident. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. It is true. So the company is Cover. Some of you guys may have heard of it already. Cover is the best, the absolute best, and I really, really wish it had been around when I was a full-time driver. I don't know how many of you guys remember my story about my car accident, but I got in a car accident while driving for Uber. I had passengers in the car, and me personally, in most cases, if I were to get in an accident, I wouldn't tell Uber and Lyft. I would just not say anything, but I knew because I had people in the car, like I had to say something because, you know, they're probably going to try and get their money back on the ride and be like, oh, we got in an auto accident, very dissatisfactory, you know. They were actually really chill about it. I shouldn't act like they weren't. But hey, I would do that. I would try and get the money back. Why not? It was a surge ride too. So anyways, so basically I got into an accident. It wasn't my fault. I went through a green light and this guy just slammed into me. It wasn't too bad. It was just like some rear bumper damage for me, but my car was in the shop for 2 weeks, and it was a hassle to deal with. The insurance was horrible. I was with Geico at the time. They basically washed their hands clean because they're like, hey, you didn't tell us you were Ubering. That's on you, buddy. So I was like, oh, man. I was like, I guess that's why you pay for commercial insurance. So, even though I literally never did. Anyways. So basically what happened is I had to deal with the kid's insurance. Fortunately for me, he admitted that he was at fault. So I negotiated everything with the insurance. Now, here's where it really hurt me, and this is why I really wish this company had been around. So I wasn't 25 yet. So for one, they didn't even get me a rental car. And my car was in the shop for 2 weeks. And even though I wasn't at fault, I went 2 weeks without being able to work. This is why this company model is genius for Cover. Because they saw that there was a serious need with people, with rideshare drivers that were in scenarios like this. Because God forbid Uber and Lyft will ever help you. And your insurance really won't either, because there's really no insurance company that really supports rideshare driving. And what are you going to do? Are you going to ask Geico or State Farm and be like, hey, you guys need to pay me because I can't work? Here's the problem. Uber and Lyft isn't really ever considered real work to most people. Most of you know, you probably learned this the hard way, that like if you go to buy a brand new car or try to get into a new apartment or buy a home, most like loan specialists or whoever you're working with will actually tell you to not say that you work for Uber and Lyft or that you do Uber and Lyft driving, and most will never count it as actual income. I know some places will count it as miscellaneous income, and some places do, but like really nice places, or if you're trying to buy a house or anything like that, it's going to be tough, you know? So it's kind of the same concept. It's like they're not going to take care of you for that. They're just like, hey, you assumed the risk when you started driving for Uber and Lyft. So this is where Cover comes in. Cover, if I had had Cover during that accident for 2 weeks, I would have had 80% of my earnings covered, just cash. So how does that work? How can they just do that? Basically, drivers are signing up like crazy. It's a monthly subscription service, but here's where you got to think about it. It's super cheap. So I'm pretty sure it's less than $20. I don't know how I forgot that number, but all these drivers are paying that amount per month. Now it's kind of like insurance companies. How do insurance companies cover these $100,000 a damage accidents? Well, it's because they've got a pool of money building up from everybody paying for insurance. Same with life insurance. Any kind of insurance works that way. So in a way, it's kind of like an insurance company, but it's more of like for just like your peace of mind while you're Ubering and Lyfting. So all these drivers are paying into this pool, and then once you're in a scenario, or any driver's in a scenario where they need it, you know, then you get paid and you get taken care of. So it's not only just for accidents. They do it for sick time. They do it for wow, why am I having a major brain fart right now? But basically accidents, sick time, wrongful deactivation, there's what I was looking for, and a plethora of other reasons that you get wrongfully or for whatever reason you can't drive, you know? So all in all, I mean, I don't know how you guys could listen to all that and not actually like want this, especially when it's so cheap. There's just like no reason. You know, you're talking, you pay like $10 a month for Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube Music. Like you'll pay a little bit more for that just to have that sense of security. And I tell people, like, you need to do this now, because most companies like this won't cover pre-existing issues. How many, like, you can't sign up for car insurance if you got in a car accident a week ago and you know, and think they're gonna like cover that accident when you weren't, it wasn't during the coverage date. So for Cover, it's the same thing. You know, you need to sign up now so that if you have an issue, they can take care of it. But if you had something happen a month ago, they probably can't help you. I mean, I don't know, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try, but I would get on that like as fast as you can. And the link in the description is there for those of you that are already ready to sign up. So basically, accidents, deactivations, sick time. I'm guessing that this company really got their idea probably within the last 10 months. I mean, we really all went through a crazy time when rides just started disappearing. I mean, there was no rides to give. There was no money to be made. I had most of my friends in Phoenix that were driving really actively. I wasn't when the pandemic started, but most of my friends that were telling me they were making $3 an hour. I had drivers all over the nation writing in, emailing me, telling me they were making no money. And so I think Cover saw the pandemic and how it was affecting people and was basically like, we've got to like create a solution for these people because they're struggling. And then the PUA benefits and everything came out, and guess what? Everyone got paid but us and other gig economy workers, you know? So that's why Cover's incredible. Like I said, I really highly recommend you guys do this, because you don't want to be in a scenario where I was, where you get in an accident or you get wrongfully deactivated. I wasn't wrongfully deactivated, but I did get temporarily deactivated. They would have covered that. It would have been great. I would have had like mini vacations basically, because I would have been getting just money in my account from them. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Definitely get on this. I can't recommend it or encourage it enough. I hope you liked this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you guys soon.